Hi, this is Ron Gannett. I'm here at the beautiful Parish House in a location where, if you recognize it, you've already had your photo made for our new pictorial directory. We're inviting all of our families to come forward and to enable us to connect faces with names in our church and to expand the realm of friendship and acquaintance that we have. You know, I believe that God has called us to get together to be not just a church family, but to be individual friends and to impact the lives of each other. This morning in our men's group, we were journaling together, and one of the guys mentioned the fact that, sometimes friendships get boring and you don't see a lot of purpose in them. And our group talked about the fact that there are two kinds of friends that we can have that have eternal value. The first friendship is the kind where you have people who are helping you. I like to think of those people as maybe above me, who are mentoring me and pointing my heart towards the God of heaven. These people are there given by God to encourage me. Now, I have people that encourage me on a regular basis. I've got a friend, his name is Dave Ketwig, and he's trying to salvage my golf game. He gives me tips, he gives me lessons, and he's moving me forward slowly but surely. And we can do that for each other spiritually as well. I remember in my past a pastor named Don Geiger who mentored Susie and I when we were in seminary. We would babysit their kids, go to their home for Sunday dinner after church. And I just think of all the tidbits and the insights that he gave to me that have been an encouragement to me. In fact, I'm not sure I would be in Saddlebrook today if it hadn't been for some personal encouragement that he gave to me. You have people that you need to befriend that are above you spiritually, that have walked with the Lord longer, who maybe have wisdom that can bless and encourage your life. But the second kind of friend is the person that you can mentor, that you can help. There are people in your world that need you to encourage them and to bless them and to be a model of God's grace for them. Think of your children. Think of your grandchildren. Think of your family, your sphere of influence. People that you see every day that may not even acknowledge that there's a God in heaven or allow Him to impact their lives. God has placed you in their world to encourage them. When I moved away from Canada, my daughter up there went to the same place to have her oil change that I used to go to, and this big old gruff guy with greasy fingernails said, "I haven't seen your dad around. Where is he?" And they said, "Oh, he's left the church here in Canada. He's moved to Birmingham." He says, "You tell your dad that we miss him and tell him that we love him." I thought to myself when I heard that, I never knew that guy was watching me that closely. And when I go back to Canada this next winter, I'm going to take him a copy of a book that I think will be an encouragement to him, because God has placed me in His world to help him, just as God has placed people in your sphere of influence for you to encourage. So think about it. Who are the friends above you that can encourage you? Submit yourself, befriend them, and allow God to pour His grace through them into your life. And then allow that grace to flow through you into others that you can encourage. Friendship is a powerful thing. It can take us in the wrong direction, or it can take you in the right direction. And I believe that God has placed us all together here in Saddlebrook to bless each other to the glory of our wonderful God.